One of the most beautiful things that I have seen when I facilitated hypnosis sessions is helping people, particularly women, get into deeper connection with their bodies, their body wisdom, their body consciousness. It has so much more wisdom than people would ever expect. So, one of the great things that we do in Soul Empowering Hypnosis, SEH, is we have a module that I teach my students, and it's called the Wisdom Centers. And when you're connecting to the wisdom centers, you're connecting to the wisdom of the mind, the heart, the gut, the body, and the soul. And what's great about that module is that it teaches the clients, particularly the overthinkers, they do really, really well with this hypnosis method. It teaches people, when we're thinking all the time, it teaches them what it feels like whenever they're focusing on their mind and on their thoughts. If you ask a higher wisdom question, people get to not only receive the answer, but they get to feel the energy of what it's like when the answer comes from the mind. But then when you shift down to the next wisdom center, the heart, and you ask the same question, you'll find that there's a different answer, usually 9 times out of 10. And for sure, the energetic signature of the heart and the way the answer comes in feels very different than the mind and the thinking. Then you shift the attention, the focus, the awareness down again to the wisdom center of the gut. Same thing, feels different, answer is different. Then, and this is where I was wrong in my practice for a few years before I realized I thought the gut was covering the same wisdom as the body. Not true. Then I started asking about the body as a whole, and sure enough, different energy, different answer. And then we would connect in with the soul, different energy, different answer. And it's not that these answers are competing or conflicting with each other. It's more like if you had a group of friends that really loved hanging out with each other and they were deciding on a wonderful thing that they wanted to do. And then, there's input and input and input and input. And then because you have all of this input, that's when you can make the best, most well-rounded, most informed decision. So it actually is really, really helpful to be able to tune into all of these things. And then especially because our minds deserve a break. It's especially helpful because the mind is the one that's constantly having to deal with thinking, deciding, analyzing. And it has all of these teammates that it would really, really love to have the support and the input of. And these teammates, by the way, would really, really love to have a voice and to be able to communicate more actively. And so you learn how to do that with Soul Empowering Hypnosis, whether you're a student, a practitioner, a client. It's something that you get really, really good at.